What's up, everybody? Peter McKinnon here. Welcome back to yet another video. Welcome back. Alas, you have arrived. It's great to have you. This video is brought to you by Squarespace. More on that in a moment. How to add borders to your photos. Why do people do it? What's the trend? One, it's aesthetic. It's a preference. If you like the way it looks, that's all the justification you need. Two, it's kind of got like a film thing. Most film photographers, I feel, like to add borders to their photos. Three, also kind of comes down to Instagram. I don't always want to post 4x5. I also just don't care about engagement necessarily anymore. I care more about my body of work and how it looks immediately today when you land on my page. What's the best representation of me as an artist and what I have to offer right now? I don't want you to scroll back to 2017 and look at my photos. Cool. That's not the same photographer who exists today. I want those photos to be first and foremost, and I still curate all of that. I wanna make sure everything matches. I wanna make sure there's not too many darks and too many lights and too many landscapes and too many portraits all jumbled together. They need to just cohesively mix. Borders for me help make that not so hectic. And I know a lot of my friends are like, just post whatever you want, man, just send it. And like, I've tried, but I can't. I care too much about how that all looks, and that's fine. And you might be like that too. And borders let me be a little more lax. It's made my life easier. You, Instagram, I do what I want. And this video is brought to you by Squarespace, and I'm gonna tell you about them before this fidget spinner stops spinning, okay? So, they're an all-in-one platform, very easy to use. You don't need to know how to make websites to make a website. It's 2024, even if it's a one-pager and there's just a place for people to contact you, you can do that. I'm a big fan of those. Gallery, obviously, we're photographers, a place to post your photos, your videos, your podcasts, sell your products, book in meetings with different clients, all of those things available to you in the back end, and you can have that thing up and running in literally hours before this thing even stops spinning by the sounds of it and the feel of it, which is very, very satisfying. Squarespace.com/McKinnon, save 10% off your first purchase, and you're welcome. Links in description. Plenty of time. You're in this with me now. We're here together until this stops. That was fun. Thanks for hanging. Okay, there's several ways to do this. They're all very easy. I've had some questions in the comments, and some people were asking if I'd use Photoshop. I do not. That's too much work, takes too long. I do everything on my phone. The mobile capabilities you have today, endless. So you can do this in Lightroom. If you use Lightroom to edit your photos, when you go to share, you can just go to share and add borders. You've got that whole menu right there. You can choose whatever you want, slide that little slider to determine how much border you want, and that'll affect how the spacing is between each photo that you have on your account. If you want huge spaces between them, if you want small spaces between them, etc. I use an app called Afterlight Photo, and that's thanks to Joe Howard for showing me that app and teaching me how to do this initially. Thanks, love. You import a photo, you hit next in the top right, hit frame options. For horizontals, I use the second frame option, around 30, but like you can drag that as far as you want. That's up to you. When you're done, save. It dumps it in your camera roll, and you can do the exact same thing for a vertical shot. Usually that one I just crank right to the end, just poof, right to 100, and then that creates the spacing that I use for all my posts. From there, I put it into like a preview app, so I can see what I'm gonna post next. It's mostly more now like how the shapes work together, because a medium format frame size is different from a 35mm frame size, etc. So how those all kind of Tetris together is more so what I do now, less about like the hardcore colors and shadows and curating things that way. It's more fun, it's easier. It looks like a photo book. It looks like as if you were looking through a photo book. I feel like it makes work look just like more expensive, more thoughtful. It really draws your eye to certain aspects of a photograph that maybe the photographer wanted you to see. And when you are just scrolling and everything is full screen, full everything, I feel like you lose the appreciation for that. You don't get to see it like you would would maybe see it hanging on a wall inside a mat, framed the same way we're doing this digitally, or flipping through a book at a gallery, those types of things. I feel like this gives you that experience. So it just feels a little more intentional, and you might see things in a photo that I'm hoping you see when I shoot them and I compose these different images. All right, I'm happy I was able to make that video for you, and it's kind of just, again, for me, a bit of a reset into this like new perspective and new genre of style that I've just been approaching and having a lot of fun with in shooting film for this year, which is coming up, by the way, May 1st. That's a full year of shooting film, no digital. That'll be a video. That'll be a video. That'll be a long video. I should almost just start making that now. Oh, little disclaimer, I don't know what this does to engagement. I enjoy the art, the community, the process, and the overall passion of this more than I care about the algorithm. Do you know how good it feels to post horizontal again with borders and just not care? Feels great. 10 out of 10 recommend.